Hello all my fellow gamers and horror film fans. Welcome to the Weekend Watch and Play edition. I'm Mike C and welcome into the Chrono Cabin. It is the weekend. Weekend! Mr. Yeti works pretty hard during the week, so he enjoys the weekends quite a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Billy works very hard during the week too, so he definitely enjoys his weekends too. As all of you should enjoy your weekends as well. So let's get into the horror film feature first, and then we'll get into the video games. So the horror film feature for this weekend is a movie called It Follows. This movie actually came out in 2015, and I have actually already seen this movie. I watched it a number of years ago, and I'm gonna dive back into it because I remember it being a really good film. So it's bad enough that we have sexually transmitted diseases, but in this movie, you have a sexually transmitted paranormal disease. So if someone has sex with you and they have this paranormal disease, they pass it on to you. And then guess what? You get stalked by this dark entity. And this dark entity will slowly catch up to you and kill you if you don't have sex with someone else to pass it on. But what's even worse is there's really no cure here because you're not really off the hook. See, if the person you pass this paranormal disease onto gets killed, then that paranormal disease just comes back to you and it keeps going back down the line. So you're never really fully off the hook. Great concept for a movie, and I remember liking the ambiguous time frame of this movie as well as the score. There's a very late 70s, early 80s type synth score to this movie, and I really like those types of scores. It kind of takes you back to an older period of horror films, but just in general, the sounds are so cool. I mean, I really love synthology, and some of those old synthesizers, man, they just sound great. This movie jumps around a little bit on the platforms, but it is currently on Netflix. Now we shall get into the games. Yes, this weekend is all about Call of Duty Vanguard. I will be playing on my PS5, and you know, I have to say, the Call of Duty games, they've become a little synonymous with Thanksgiving for me, at least if you're here in the United States. The reason is because these Call of Duty games always come out every November, so it's kind of become my Thanksgiving game, my gobble gobble game, if you will. Now, I ordered the disc version. I actually got it from GameStop because I had some points over there, and it is actually arriving later today, so I will jump into it later today. Now, I don't know what to expect from it. I have been somewhat less impressed by some of the previous Call of Duty games. I'm more of a campaign guy myself. I don't really like to play the multiplayer so much just because I'm not that great, and you know, I just enjoy the solitude of the campaigns. So hopefully this will be a great campaign. Usually what I like about the campaigns in these Call of Duty games is that they are relatively short. Two good things about this game is that if you're having trouble getting a PS5, you can play this on the PS4. And another great thing is the file size. Yeah, the file size, I've read a lot of things on this. Some have predicted it to be 500 gigabytes, some have predicted 300 gigabytes, and they usually are on the larger side, but this one is coming in under 100 gigabytes, so I was kind of surprised to see that, but happy to see that as well. Speaking of space, after the video, I'm actually going to install an internal SSD drive into my PlayStation 5, and I'm going to use the Sabrent NVMe SSD with heatsink, and this was recommended by John Glasscock. He has a YouTube channel, which I will link to below. I'll link to this very video, in fact, where he talks about PS5 tech, and it's a really great channel. He doesn't know me. I've never met him. I just like his channel, and his channel led me to get this and to try it out. I'm going to install this. The nice thing about this is the heatsink is actually the first one that is officially designated for the PS5. So this heatsink actually replaces the little metal plate that covers the SSD drive placeholder, or the SSD drive holder. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna try it out. It's very convenient. I got the 1 terabyte. There's a 2 terabyte version too. Again, I will leave the link to John's video below. You should check out his channel and subscribe. No affiliation with any of this. I don't have any affiliate links or anything. In fact, I'm sending you to another channel. He has an affiliate link. You can help his channel out by getting this. But I'm gonna try this out, and I'll do a video on just what I think about the performance of this, maybe in like a month, because I want to have about a month to really try it out. So looks interesting, should be fun. Now, Nintendo Switch, this weekend I'm going to be playing a game called The Mummy Demastered. Yeah, strange name. I keep wanting to say The Mummy Demystified. I don't know why. It just rolls off the tongue a little better, but it really doesn't make any sense. So this is a cool 2D non-linear platformer that's kind of in the 16-bit art style. I just think the game looks really cool. I've already kind of started playing it a little bit, and so far it's a lot of fun. It's a Metroidvania type game. The story goes that you are a monster hunting soldier and you are fighting off an ancient evil. Simple enough plot, and so far the game is a lot of fun. I'm actually enjoying it, so I'll continue to play it and maybe do a longer video on it later. Now, I am actually excited for this coming week because we have the GTA trilogy releasing, and I know there's a lot of gamers are kind of divided on this because it is an older series of games, but I'm particularly looking forward to San Andreas and Vice City. So this actually drops on November 10th, and I can see why a lot of younger gamers aren't going to like this game because it still has an old look, even though we're going to get updated visuals on the games, and hopefully I do think we're getting updated shooting mechanics on the game. Don't quote me on that, but at least that's what I've heard. I haven't done enough investigation into that, but that was really the issue with the older games, was the shooting mechanic was a little sloppy, so hopefully they kind of fix that up. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing the enhanced visuals, and I just have fond memories. I watched my friends play San Andreas, and it was always a lot of fun, so it's kind of a nostalgia thing. I think this trilogy is designed for us older gamers that just remember playing this game years ago. If you're a newer gamer and you haven't played the earlier GTAs, it's probably not going to be your thing. I don't know, because I just think it is more of a nostalgia thing, and fair enough. I enjoy nostalgia type stuff. Speaking of nostalgia, on the 11th, I am returning to Tamriel. Yes, Tamriel. On November 11th, it's been 10 years since Skyrim came out, and they are releasing the 10-year anniversary edition. Now, what's weird is I just really haven't seen a lot of advertising in this. It seems like they announced it, and then I haven't seen much. Like, even if you go to the PlayStation Store, there's nothing on the PlayStation Store about this game. And it's kind of interesting to me. Now, I have the special edition Skyrim. I have the disc version. I'm supposedly able to upgrade, I think for like $20 or something. It'll be a digital upgrade, obviously. I don't really know much about it besides that we're just going to get a lot of content. I was kind of hoping for some visual enhancements, maybe some remastering, but I don't necessarily think that's going to be included because really I haven't seen any advertising towards the visuals on this game. Most of what I've heard is it's just going to be a lot of additional content, which is great, and it's going to be a lot of Creator Club content. And Creator Club is just third-party people that Bethesda authorized to make additional content for Skyrim. So I'm actually excited to dive into that world as well. It would be great to have some visual enhancements, but I still think the game looks great, even after all these years. I know gamers will disagree with me on that because we're used to seeing like what gaming is now, and it has evolved a lot over 10 years. But still, the scope of this game was magnificent. I mean, it really was a beautiful open world. So we'll have to see. I am kind of excited to return to Tamriel, though. Again, this is a nostalgia thing for me. And really, it's just a fun game. So I haven't actually visited Skyrim in a long time. I started doing Elder Scrolls Online, and that's very similar, obviously, but the game itself, I think it'll be fun to revisit. So maybe we get a visual enhancement. That would be awesome, but if not, no big worries. I'm excited to go fishing in the game. because they seem to market the fishing aspect of this game a lot. And you know what? I enjoyed fishing in Red Dead Redemption 2, so why not? Happy rest of your weekend, everyone. Thanks for spending some time with me. Make sure you check out the Chrono Cabin YouTube channel on Monday. I'll be releasing a video about 3 horror movies that are coming to Shudder later this November month, so you'll definitely want to check that out. And make sure you follow me on my social medias. They're all linked below. Subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. You can ring that bell for future notifications whenever I release new content. And as always, keep playing those video games, keep watching those horror movies, and I will see you soon.